Live.
And we're live.
And we're live.
All right, let's see here. I think we got the camera a little too... Let's see, do we need to get you real close or I need to scoot that back a little bit? That's
pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
The lighting looks pretty good. This is our second go round as we work out our technical strategy.
Yeah, just trying to figure out the lighting and working in a small little office.
Have a limited space because we don't want to have a bunch of echoes. And I did break one of Dan's lights when we were setting up.
It's fine. It's only a couple, $400 or $500 light.
That's what he said. But I am sorry, and he's still letting me co-host this with him, so I was not booted from this endeavor of ours. So welcome to The Gauge. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. I forgot my clacker.
The click clack.
Next time.
One of these days you'll.
One of these days. Well, I can see it. I got one of the clackers I was talking about last time so that we could be official and I could be obnoxious.
We have a new microphone, little microphone.
It says HomeGauge.
A HomeGauge sticker on this.
And we have water bottles that say HomeGauge. And other gear.
So this is episode 2. We promise that it will be somewhere between Caddyshack 2 and
Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2. But hopefully better than Titanic 2.
Is there a Titanic?
There is a Titanic 2.
There
I was
is
actually
not.
looking it up. There's a Titanic 2. And
Tell me more.
there's a Mask. You know the Mask of Jim Carrey?
No.
Have you never seen The Mask?
I've never seen The Mask. There was that movie with Cher and the guy with the face in the 80s.
What?
Yes.
Before my time. No.
Oh my God, you were about to say before you were born, and that's true. It probably was. You were born in the 80s at least, right?
85,
Okay.
85.
Okay.
Did you know that... Well, first off, what's your favorite sequel movie? Your favorite sequel?
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that.
No? Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead. I know
go.
you have an agenda.
Besides Empire Strikes Back, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, Star Wars.
Okay.
Okay.
My favorite, I think the one that I think about the most would probably be Terminator 2. No one ever remembers Terminator 1.
Was there a Terminator 1?
Well, for there to be a second one, there would need to be a
I guess there does
first
have to be a Terminator 2.
Yeah. So we got someone says episode 2, Attack of the Gauge.
Oh, someone's wanting a thermos.
We got 15 people in here today.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Awesome.
It's a new record.
Terminator 2, that's a very popular choice, Ian.
Terminator 2 I think is probably one of the best. There's also, there's so many bad ones.
I just want everyone to know that Dan is cheating over here because he's looking on his laptop where I am just winging it here with these questions slung at me at random.
Did you ever see Jaws 2?
No, I didn't know there was a Jaws 2.
Rocky 2. Or 4. Or 5. Or Rocky 10.
There's not a 10. That is false.
All right, Batman Returns. Oh yeah, I do love Batman Returns. And that's probably one of my favorite soundtracks. That's the soundtrack with Kiss Them a Rose by Seal.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
And then a lot of other good songs that I can't remember offhand, but it is one of my favorite soundtracks is Batman Returns. That's the one with Iceman, like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Iceman, and then there's like the Riddler. Anyways, I can go on and on about
That's Batman Forever. Someone's correcting you, Dan. For shame. This person's gonna leave the live.
Okay, well, thank you for joining The Gauge. We are doing The Gauge live on Instagram bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. This is our second. It's our second birthday. It's not a birthday. It's our second. Anyway, yes, thank you for joining us. I'm Carla with HomeGauge. This is Dan with HomeGauge. And we're the Gauge.
We're the Gauge.
Yeah. So we're here live just talking to you and about kind of random things and also some, web things or whatever, really. So feel free to throw some questions in there and we'll answer whichever ones come up.
Yeah, so our goal with this show, since it is a new show, we do have to explain what we do and everything. Mm-hmm. But our goal with the show is to kind of get our faces out there a little bit more, be able to meet virtually like this with the home inspectors and our all of the inspectors that we have, and we're gonna be talking about all things HomeGauge. Eventually, throughout the different shows that we do.
We will talk about everything.
So everything from web and SEO to all of your Google questions. And then, we want to eventually invite other members of HomeGauge onto the show to talk about all of the different aspects of HomeGauge.
They would be our guests.
They would be
our guests. Like we're going to always be the hosts, but we will have special guests that will talk about other things.
Yeah.
Now, this is assuming that Dan doesn't replace me because I broke his light like 3 minutes before we came on. But yeah, so that's kind of our goal is to have other people, within the company that want to come on. We also have some other people in the industry that would, love to join us and chat. So we just wanted a forum to do this.
Yeah, if you're a home inspector or RV inspector and that you would like to be a guest on our show, go ahead and drop us a message, leave us a message on Instagram, or you can also email webteam@HomeGauge.
Oh, I think some people. Or you
can email me.
Or you can email webteam@HomeGauge or Dan at HomeGauge.
You can email Dan at HomeGauge
or Carla.
And if you want to be on the show, let us know and we can work out those details. Yes. Great.
So I want to, before I forget, because I meant to have something written down, and unlike Dan, I don't have a laptop over here with notes on it and things that he's...
No, I got movies pulled up.
Oh, movies. Okay. That's how you knew there was a Titanic too.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's not because you watched it.
Ooh, Addams Family too.
Oh my, okay. So anyway, this week has been pretty crazy. We have a whole lot going on. January is always busy with inspectors and everyone, new year, let me do all the things. And also it's generally the time of conferences, and we are headed, there's a small group of us from HomeGauge that are headed to ASHI Inspection World 2023 in Las Vegas. And Vegas. Nevada, not Nevada. It's Nevada.
Who says?
Someone from Nevada that I met at an Internachi show.
They corrected you on
He
that?
corrected me and said it's Nevada, not Nevada.
Oh.
Feel free to comment if you have an opinion on that either way. But someone from Nevada says it's Nevada. Anyway, Vegas is the show that we're going to, and that's Sunday through to Wednesday. So if anyone here is going, feel free to come by, say hi to us. Well, we can take a picture. We'll even autograph something because we're pretty sure we're going to be famous after this particular episode.
And we might have some goodies. We might have some goodies to hand out as well.
Yep. Also at the event, they are going to be doing ASHI has started a group called Women in the Home Inspection Industry. And this is going to be kind of their launch of that group. Encourage you to sign up. Let me just look here on my phone. So you can go to whii.ashi.org to sign up and get information from them, get alerts, their newsletter, stuff like that, so that you can stay involved if you're interested, if you're a woman in the industry. And you don't have to be a home inspector. You can be me. I'm not a home inspector, but I'm a woman and I'm in the industry. So HomeGauge is proud to be, helping them, working with them as they're doing this group. It's obviously their group, but we're certainly a proud sponsor of it, and, look forward to working with them and supporting, people, women especially. Not that we want to.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's really cool that they're starting that.
Yeah, definitely.
That, so
definitely. Ashley is getting their first woman president ever, and that's Lisa, who I met at a Fabby show. And so Lisa and a group of women all have kind of pulled together and made this possible, and it's just really, really exciting for the industry, I think. So anyway, if you're going to be at the Ashley show, you should come say hey to us at our booth.
Yeah. If you plan on being there in Vegas for the conference, definitely let us know, and come say hi. I'm also going to be going around the conference and conducting little interviews at the conference as well. So I would love to just kind of chat about the industry and the future of home inspections and so forth. Let's see here. All right, well, we can open up to any questions while we're on here now. If there's any kind of questions that you guys have, whether, if it's, what our favorite color is versus, why I need a Google business profile.
We can answer both. Last week's topic was the month of February. And the fact that I don't like it. So we don't need to rehash that conversation. The plants. So the plants behind us, that's a very good question. It is a nice plant wall.
I got more of it in the actual the video this time. It looks really good.
Yeah. So we're in our headquarters in downtown Asheville, and definitely this is a great space. Again, so the web team and the support team is headquartered here in Asheville, North Carolina. And this office is where most of us come to work every day. We've kind of become a little hybrid. So some people work partially from home and partially in the office. I prefer to be in the office. But we're located in downtown Asheville. It's a really, really great space. So this was the best. It's a little echoey. It's 2 stories and with high ceilings and kind of industrial loft feel. So it's a little challenging to find the right space for sound. So we're in the plant corner. We figured it made for a nice backdrop.
Yeah, then these are live plants, right?
They are live plants. In fact, our office manager Sam keeps them alive.
They would have been dead long time ago in my house.
Yeah, they would have been dead. But no, they are lovely.
Although we do have a monstera. My wife has this monstera, and I realize why they call them monsteras, because they just grow to be monsters of a plant.
You think that's why they're called that?
That's what I think.
Really? Did you give it a goog?
No. I don't know. I'm constantly tripping over it. So that's the only thing that won't die. So the monstera. We don't have, these aren't monsteras.
No.
But they're nice.
Yeah, they are. So yeah, this is our lovely office, downtown Asheville.
Coffee shops galore. So that's always a plus in my book.
Yep. Well, I think that that every single time that we have the gauge, especially in December, January, February, is a really good time to mention to renew your domain name.
Okay, question. How are the windows?
That's a very good question. Okay.
We'll answer do you want to answer the question? You want to go back to the domain name
I don't know
first?
if I want to circle back to that question. I don't know which question I should circle back to, honestly.
Okay, let's keep going with the domain name first.
Okay. So if whoever hosts your website, whether it's HomeGauge or another company, it is pretty likely that they are not your domain registrar, the person that you bought your domain name through. So This is the time of year where everyone ignores the emails from their registrar to renew their domain name. And you shouldn't do that because your site will go down and then you'll call us and you'll think it's our fault, but it's not. So you always need to renew your domain name. I think you had a very good example last time. Your analogy. We love analogies.
My analogy?
Your analogy. It was like a house and a street. And your domain name is your street, and your website is your house.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Like you want to make sure that your house is being paid for, right? And yeah, your street. I forget the exact.
I feel like it flowed better last time, Dan. I feel like it flowed better. But no, so yeah, your website lives on your street. You still have to, it's not working as well this time. I feel like it was magical the way that we talked about it last time.
But your domain name is like your street address.
Yes, which anyway, your domain name is unrelated to the hosting of your website on the server. So bottom line, renew your domain name.
Yeah.
If you want to keep your site live and active.
And it's always a good idea. You know, a lot of the domain registrars, they'll offer you to sign up for, or they'll offer you can pay it in advance, like 2 years.
Like a 3 year or 5 year?
2 years. I've seen 2 years, 3 years, 5
years.
Like the longer you can push it out, the better. But just make sure that you mark it on your calendar, mark it in your notifications on your phone, to remind you of when it is going to expire. Because like those emails that you get from domain registrars such as like GoDaddy, a lot of those emails will just go directly to your spam folder. So it's really easy to not see them because of that. So just set a notification for when it's going to expire. That way you can save yourself a lot of heartache. Heartache.
Well, it can be heartbreaking.
It can be heartbreaking
for someone else to buy your site name and your domain name and then launch a site that you wish they hadn't. And then you have to find a new domain name and it's awful. I would like to, there was a question about how are the windows in this office?
Yeah.
It's a good question. All right, so we have a lot of windows. So we're on the corner or side of a building, and the tenants before us made some of these windows open so that they can get fresh air, because fresh air is so great for productivity and efficiency and all of that. So we don't quite have windows that open in every office, and my office in particular doesn't have a window that opens, but the windows other than in my office, they open and it's great, and we get some fresh air and there's good light, and it's really quite a beautiful space with lovely windows that mostly open.
Yeah, I mean, if we were actually doing the gauge during the day, this room would be perfect.
It's like a greenhouse.
This particular room would be perfect during the day to have the show. But
it's a huge window.
But we're coming live at 6:20. So,
I mean, in fact,
and it's winter,
dark,
winter, and the sun doesn't like to stay up in the winter time.
Right. It doesn't. The sun likes to go to sleep early in the winter.
Just like me.
Right. But yeah, it is kind of crazy because in this room, if I'm like in meetings anytime between like 1 and 4, I'm migrating around the table because the sun just gets brighter and brighter. So it is totally a greenhouse in here, and it's really nice. But it's
you just like circle around the table. So
basically, it chases me around the table. Yeah, but right now it's pretty dark in here, which is why we have extra lights, and how I ended up breaking.
We had
one more extra light that I broke.
So, anyways. Let's see if there's any other questions that I may have missed on here.
I mean, I can talk web stuff. Oh yeah, there's a lot of little comments there.
Yeah, just a lot of comments. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions that we can answer for you, we will eventually have more of a theme to the gauge. But with these first few episodes, we're just kind of getting into the swing of things, being in front of a camera, being in front of a live audience,
and not being like so weird.
Yeah,
I mean, we're a little weird, but not being super weird. Yeah, so we haven't. I think we are, and we were talking about it before this because we had actually hoped we were gonna try to follow like a loose structure, and then we didn't have time to make a structure.
Yeah, because it's just been a busy week.
It's been a little busy.
Trying to plan for the conferences coming up and everything. So.
Yep, which you should come see us at, Ashy. Again, just another little plug for that. I think that I think that someone wishes that they would ask the question that I'm about to answer, that they didn't ask.
Okay.
Which is that now is a really great time, since this is when, inspectors are typically, most any small business owner, typically January, New Year's resolutions, great time to work on your business. This is the perfect time to set up a Google business listing if you don't already have one. Mm-hmm. And a lot of, sometimes people are like, oh, well, I already have, my reviews here, or I have reviews on Facebook. And just to understand that those reviews are definitely good, but the reviews that matter the most are going to be the reviews that people leave on Google. So really having that Google business page is going to be one of the single most important things that you can do as far as raising your visibility online, especially because for small businesses, it's necessary for local search.
Yeah, and you can have reviews on the Facebook business page and everything. You have reviews on Redfin. You have reviews on. I think I saw something online where there's literally 50 different sites that inspectors could have the reviews on. But the only one that really truly matters is the Googles that are on Google, on your Google business page.
Yes, the reviews on Google business page.
So
having that business page and getting those reviews is really going to help you gain some visibility online. One
of the other things I was gonna talk about last episode was how important it is to make sure that your service area is mapped out correctly. Because there sometimes we'll see somebody's profile, their Google business profile, and their service area will be the entire country.
Right. Or in the ocean. We've seen some in the
North
ocean.
America.
Right.
So on Google, you can actually map out the your service location. So then that way Google knows exactly where you should be coming up, and within search. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I think a lot of inspectors tend to overlook.
Since they don't have a brick and mortar location.
Right.
But it's still important to set that service area and be careful and make sure what you're doing, because I wasn't even kidding when I said that we have seen some people's service areas in the Atlantic Ocean. And it's because...
I've seen one where he was an inspector in the Midwest and he had Australia mapped out.
Right. We had one in West Virginia that covered all of the United States and Canada, and we don't feel like that was accurate.
Yeah, that's a lot of driving. That's a lot of driving.
That's a whole lot of driving. Yeah, so it is important not only,
travel fees.
Right.
$1,000 per
he's
mile.
Not inspecting. He's just taking vacations across the United States and Canada.
Yeah.
So yes, set up your Google business listing. Make sure that the information is accurate so that people are actually, able to find you whenever they're doing a local search.
Yeah. I think it's a good one. It's a good one to keep in mind.
Yep.
Any other questions? I know we're gonna try not to go too late with this episode 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's any other questions out there, we'd be more than happy to answer them.
3 minutes. Last week we went a little over, a lot over. We went a lot over last week.
We're trying to keep these pretty much short and sweet to the point. You know, we're doing this, you know, after hours, so we don't want to be here all night. But, you know, we want to try to answer as many questions as we can during this allotted time that we have. So, and we are trying to do these bi-weekly as well. So
Yes. So our next one will be so we'll be at the Ashley show next week. So our next show will be the following week, and so 2 weeks from now. And
what's the date on that?
It's the 8th, 7th, 5th. I don't know. I'm just honestly.
What's the day?
I have no idea. I think it's the 8th. But yeah, it's 2 weeks from today, and we hope by then we feel like we've kind of gotten, I think, our setup.
When's your birthday?
My birthday's okay. This is the interesting thing. So my birthday is February 20th.
Okay.
And I still hate February. And Dan's birthday is February.
That's my dad's birthday.
And yours is the 4th?
Yeah.
And he doesn't like February either.
I like February.
Oh, is it just me that doesn't?
Yeah, it's just you.
Oh, okay. Will we be
February's my power month.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a question that says, will you be broadcasting from Vegas? That is a good question. Do you think we should?
Yeah. Oh, let's throw a question back. That's a neat way to do this.
Do you think we should broadcast from Vegas? I don't know if I could. I mean, we could go live. It would be fun.
Yeah.
But
So that would be Wednesday, the last night. I don't know if you guys would want us to go live after Wednesday at 6 p.m. after being in a conference for 3 full days. Like, I don't even know if we'll still be able to use our voices.
Right, you're right. But I am going to be doing like conducting interviews while I'm there at the conference.
God. Wow, they've had some strong feelings about this.
And, you know, I do plan on doing some interviews and everything, but it's all going to be recorded interviews for us to kind of go through and like, you know, put on social media at later times. But that being said, I think maybe there might be an opportunity to go live and broadcast from Vegas for some of it. I'm just gonna have to play it by ear.
I don't know the HG After Dark really. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the suggestion. HG After Hours, possibly. I don't know. People do seem to have strong feelings that we do something from Vegas.
Yeah. Well, one person said you should bring on a guest from Vegas.
Oh, maybe we'll see who we can charm into joining us and trick them into. Like, and by trick, I mean...
How much merch do you have to give out to...
I don't know. We'll have to see what kind of swag we have and who we can bribe to maybe do just a little quick segment.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, that pretty much answers that. HG After Dark. I don't know.
I get where you're headed. I think After Hours might be a little bit... After Dark might After Hours.
Tuning in After Hours from the Planet Hollywood Bar.
Huh.
I mean, I imagine that it's just going to be super loud and super crazy.
Right. I mean, that might be us just saying we're at the Planet Hollywood Bar. Hi. Like, I don't know that there'd be an actual session.
All right. Well, we're at 6:31.
We're over. Okay, bye.
All right. Well, thank you so much for everyone that came and supported the Gauge tonight, episode 2.
Episode 2, and next time I will have the clicky clacker, and it's just sitting out in the lobby.
And maybe next time you won't break a light.
And if there is a next time for me, because I broke Dan's light, just to, like, for anyone who missed it.
Taking applications for our co-host.
That hurts me. It's a very small space we have to work in, and I did break a light.
I mean, it's a big room.
It's a big room. It's the way we have to set up.
It's a big desk.
Right.
That we have to walk around. So
yes, I broke a light. I was the one who admitted to it. So let's just, as long as everyone
She's like,
understands
is this
that
broke? Is this
happened."
broke? Can this be fixed? I'm like,
He's like, "No, it can't be." And I said,
it's broke.
and I said, "Connor," I went to our HR person and our tech person and said, "I'm afraid we're going to have to replace the light that I broke." Okay. All right.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.